Good afternoon, March the 25th. Time to wrap it up for today, and we had ourselves a pretty good day, all things considered. We did something a little bit different today. We came in today, start off wanting to, we like the short side first. We started off 85 to 87. After this first rally up in the news, we raised it to 89.91, and we just touched it. So the first trade of the day that set up really well for us was a sell stop here. We took this buy right here. We got up and got our 2 points, and if you'd stuck with it, you could have gotten 3. We took a retest failure trade here, and we got our 2 points, and it was possible to get 3 depending on how you took that trade. Stretch to get 3, though. So we did 2 live trades in the room. We did this live trade. That was the 3rd live trade in the room right here, showing why or what happens when you put a resting limit buy or resting limit sell against a high volume number. And you can see that right here too. See how that held the market. So I usually have time to do it, and about 25% of the time it's rejected. Most of the time it's just going to spend time there. So we had a good day of trading. We talked through a lot of stuff, went through a lot of different screens or charts today, and hopefully you got something out of it. So where are we for tomorrow? Well, we've got the F1 screens going to show lower, and we got this 2050, 2053 area. In bull markets, corrections are 50 to 70 points. 65 would have taken us 40 off the top, so we're going to go deeper than that. So 50 takes us down to the 55 area. 70 takes us down to the 35 area. And the 35 area is this W period low, so 55 to 35 will be our next band of support. We want to get short, see if we can extend a day's range off of this screen. And it's really, really good to maintain that perspective when you look at it. If the market was to close right here at 60, 63, the rise rotate up, got a ledge at 66, so 64, 66 would be sell 1. Then our 70 plus or minus 1 would be sell 2. 55, 57, buy 1. But the real one is it's down as 50, 52. Leaning against the half buck. I like that. So if we come in tomorrow and we get a chance, we'll put a resting limit buy against 50 and we'll see what happens. We do that. Any questions on the E-mini right here? A little bit easier trading today. We had more to work with. We had more volatility. The E-mini has been tough to trade since last Monday. But we go through periods like that in all markets where they'll just get the volatility will die. Nobody's interested in trading them. They don't have the news, don't have the interest commercially to shake things up, and then they just sit there. And you gotta learn how to negotiate those periods too. If you have a lot of overhead and there's not much going on, you will increase the number of contracts traded. And when volatility increases, again, you've got a good chance you could take a major loss on that. Okay, we have an outside day on the note. That generally means trading range, and we have a 7-year auction tomorrow. And my guess is we're going to find buyers tonight, probably in London. So trading range, we can sell failure to get through the 129, 129.04, and we can certainly buy the 128.20 area, give or take a little bit, based on our idea that the market will come back in London. Probably won't know, though, until London. At auction today. Very, very poor coverage. And I always do an I split because it shows you where the distribution, the new distribution is off of the auction. But you can see right here at 129.01, that's going to be pretty good resistance in 30. So selling failure to get through this 30 to 02 area. And then the second place to put your trade would be the spill, so 5 to 9 would be our second sell point. On the buy side, we're pointed lower. We've got volume down here at 21, so why not? 21 to 17, buy it in London. 9 to 13. Hopefully we get some 30-year trading in tomorrow. It's we haven't been able to hit it, catch that first move, and a lot of that's just I really, it's hard to come up for air before 8:30, and then I usually try to grab a quick bite to eat. So very glamorous life, right? What do you do all day, Charles? Well, I count ticks. So you're in the pest control business? No, I'm an etymologist. I go out there and look at populations. I don't kill them. I just count them. I had a good friend in Louisiana when somebody asked him what he did, and he kind of laughed about it. He says, "Oh, I count ticks." They asked him what pest control company did he own or work for. We've always gotten a good laugh out of that. Well, I'm doing what I want to do, and I mean it's the only way you can put in the hours that I put in. If you don't like what you're doing, you can't put the hours in needed to do this. Okay, I always do an I split again on the financials. It gives me a pretty clear picture of where resistance is. So 64.24 to 28. And then basically 165 all the way up to 65.06. So we want to sell failure to take out 24.28. I think that's probably going to be the first trade that comes up, but I'm guessing we're probably going to have a may find a low in London, and that's sell 2. Excuse me. So we got volume all the way down here at 02 or the buck. Got an attractor down here, so we'll make 5 to 9 buy 1. And then 1 to 29 buy 2. But there's a new concept going out for exercise, and Tidal has opened up little mini gyms. There's no sparring, but you do a boxer's routine, and you can burn 800 to 1,000 calories an hour based on what you put into it, and it's a balanced workout. It's top bottom. You don't overemphasize anything. A lot of agility, a lot of a balance. And here in Wichita, the gender that has snapped that up has been the female. The females are really, really big in Wichita on fighter fitness. They really, really don't know how to throw a punch, but that's not their purpose. They like the fighter fitness, kind of the elan that goes with that, and they get a hell of a workout doing that too. So the important thing, though, is that you're balanced. You're not like if you're riding a bicycle, just working your leg muscles. And I think over time that really helps you. And there's been a lot of stuff written about, why do long distance runners or bicycle riders have heart attacks, and it's because their physiology is not very elastic. It's geared for one speed or one condition for a long. They're in great shape and for a long period of time, but if you up the stress on them, if they have to move quickly or do something that's outside of that little tiny window, then you are subject to heart attacks, or so the popular belief goes. But I like boxing because, I mean, it just clears the deck. I mean, you go out there and you work out on that heavy bag, and well, you just can't be mad. Triple vessel coronary. I don't even know what that is, Nancy, so you'll have to enlighten us. Huh. You know, I take my glasses off when I work out, Nancy, so I recognize gender, and that's about it. So, yeah, if I have my glasses on, I'd sure take a peek. Don't have any problem with that. Don't have a problem with that, but I can recognize it's a female, and we get an occasional female through boxing, and but most of them do fighter fitness, and that's a hell of a workout, a hell of a workout. But yeah, I'm into oogling. I have no problem with that at all. Cell 1, basically 1200, plus or minus, and this we'll do 4 to 6 on the sell side of gold. Don't think we'll get a lot out of it tomorrow. I think people are 1200 is held, so maybe 90, 92 on the buy side. Then back to our 85.87. It's a good thing women don't oogle men. You know, I think the world would be in a bad shape if they did that. It's bad enough that males oogle females. I'm never off topic when it comes to the opposite sex, Nancy. Never off topic in that I do. Oh, trading. How does trading fit into the, well, we get a lot of the language that comes from the battle of the sexes in trading, so that's part of it. Crude oil. So I'm giving myself enough rope to hang myself, right, Nancy? I think we're headed for 50 and plus, and I think the uncertainty of what's going on in the Middle East and what's going on between the United States and Russia, what Russia, the saber-rattling Russia has towards the EU. I wouldn't worry too much about Russia. I mean, the cost of doing business will go higher, and it's one of the ways that Putin can keep the price of oil higher or get it moving in the right direction. But this Saudi Arabia is building a fence at the top of the Persian Gulf to keep ISIS out. Now we've got ISIS in Iran down on the Yemen border, so that's pretty touchy stuff. I think the best I've ever felt was I did yoga for about 3 years, stretching, and that is good stuff. 48.50s, looking to buy that 48.50 area against breakout would be buy one for crude. Get down here and retest that, and then basically 47.75, 48 even. I'm so tight jointed though. Yoga was just I never pushed it. It was never painful, but it was hard for me to sit still, too, if you get right down to it. So 49.49 and a quarter on crude, 50 to 75. $48.50, give or take a little bit, and 47.75, 48 even. And then last but not least, the euro. I think the euro, is, before it can make a move, is probably pointed into next Monday to see what the Greek deal is going to be. I haven't seen too many trial balloons floated. They're still trying to calm things down enough to get to an agreement. So this 110 area, this morning we came in wanting to sell at 25 to 35 area. We're at 75 now, so 110 plus or minus, sell one. 25 plus, sell 2. 50 for buy 1. And then 15 to 25 for buy 2. Long term, I do want to be short the euro. And that's it for March the 25th, 2015. See you all bright and early in the a.m. Y'all have a great evening. It's supposed to cool down and maybe some moisture the next couple of days for us. Hopefully we get the moisture and I'll begrudgingly accept the cooler weather. Y'all have a great evening. See you in the morning.